The judge's gavel echoed like a gunshot, silencing the courtroom. My parents sat across from me, smug and certain. They thought the law would bend for them like it always had. But today was different. Today, I wasn't the child begging for their approval. Today, I was the executioner. The folder rested in my hands, heavy, final. The judge looked at me and asked, "Do they even know what you have?" I only nodded. Then I got ready to speak. The knock came just before dawn. I opened the door and found a basket inside. A baby. Her baby. My sister's. She didn't stay long. Just enough time to whisper, "You'll take care of him." "I can't." Then she vanished into the night. I was 21, broke and terrified. But when his tiny fingers wrapped around mine, I knew the truth. He wasn't my burden. He was my reason. My parents didn't see it that way. They called him the shame, said he'd ruined me like she ruined herself, said if I raised him, I'd be on my own. And I was. For years, they stayed away. No calls, no visits. Birthdays passed without a word. But when the boy grew older, bright-eyed, sharp as glass, suddenly they remembered they were grandparents. They didn't come to love him. They came to claim him, not because they cared, but because they couldn't stand the idea that I'd done something without them, that I had built a family out of the pieces they threw away. So they filed for custody. In court, they painted me as a thief, said I'd poisoned their daughter's child against them, said I'd kept him from a proper family. The hypocrisy burned. They had abandoned him. Now they wanted to rewrite history. I could have screamed. I could have begged, but I didn't. Instead, I gathered documents, records, photos, years of silence, years of absence, each one a nail in their coffin. And then I found it. The trail my sister left before she disappeared. The letters, the messages, the truth about why she dumped her baby on my doorstep. She hadn't abandoned him. She had been running from them. From the same people now claiming they'd always wanted him safe. I didn't move fast. I moved carefully. I made copies. I sealed evidence. I lined everything up like dominoes. I let them talk in court, their lies spilling across the floor. I let them accuse me, their words dripping with venom. Then, when the silence came, I opened the folder. "Your Honor," I said, "you've heard their version of history. Now you'll see the truth." I slid the first page forward. A signed letter from my sister. Her handwriting raw and frantic. "If you're reading this, it means I had no choice. I had to leave my son with the only person who could save him. My brother. Don't let Mom and Dad near him. They'll destroy him like they destroyed me." The courtroom shifted. Chairs scraped. Gas broke out. My parents froze. The smugness drained from their faces, replaced by the first flicker of fear. Page after page, I laid it bare. Records of their threats, proof of their neglect, evidence they knew where Xiao went, but did nothing because her absence served their pride. The judge flipped through each page, his brow tightening, his voice low when he finally said, "Do they even know what you have?" I met his eyes. "They do now," my parents stammered. They tried to shout to object, but the judge's voice cut through them. Enough. This child was abandoned by his mother, saved by his uncle, and ignored by his grandparents until it suited them. This court won't reward neglect disguised as love. Their faces collapsed under the weight of those words. All their power, all their control gone in an instant. I didn't smile. I didn't need to. Their downfall was enough. As we left the courthouse, my son, slipped his hand into mine. He didn't ask what happened. He didn't need to. I'd carried the weight of betrayal for a decade. Today, I laid it down. Justice wasn't loud. It wasn't flashy. It was a quiet victory, sealed in ink and silence. They thought I was their burden. They thought I'd break, but I endured. I raised the boy they threw away. And in the end, I proved one simple truth. Family isn't who abandons you. It's who stays when no one else will. And I stayed.